ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులారా అందరికీ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. మా ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ వీఆర్ కంటిన్యూయింగ్ ద కాన్సెప్చువల్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ బిట్స్. So let us continue the videos, the next video about the peristaltic movements. Peristaltic movements. Do you know about these movements? We can see these movements in the esophagus or food pipe. The soft food material mixed with saliva in the buccal cavity and enter into this esophagus. We can see the wave-like movements in the food pipe or in the esophagus and also in the stomach. It moves by these peristaltic movements. That means wave-like movements. Wave-like movements, we call them as peristaltic movements. In the stomach, the gastric juice and HCl produced by the stomach, and it churned with the food. The food in the stomach, the food churned with the gastric juice and HCl. So at that time, pepsin is an enzyme. It acts on proteins. It breaks down the proteins in the food into small molecules. So the pepsin is very important enzyme. It acts on proteins and converted into small molecules. It's simplified. So it's an enzyme. Pepsin is an enzyme. Chyme, the semi-fluid substance, the digested food in the stomach, the state of semi-fluid, it's called as chyme. Semi-fluid food stays. The semi-fluid stage of the food, the digested food in the stomach, is called as chyme. The next, here between the between the stomach and the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine, between the small intestine and the stomach, there are pyloric sphincters. Pyloric sphincters are there. These are ring-like muscles. Ring-like muscles. These pyloric sphincters, it controls the passage of the food. It regulates and allows small quantities of food to pass through these pyloric sphincters. So pyloric sphincters are ring-like muscles and controls the passage and regulates the passage of this chyme into the small intestine. Pyloric sphincters. The next part is small intestine. So in the small intestine, the internal walls of the small intestine releases the digestive juices. The digestive juices released by the internal wall of the small intestine is called succus entericus. Succus entericus. The digestive juice released by the internal walls of the small intestine. Emulsification is one of the process the fats are digested by the bile juice. So here this is liver, gallbladder. Gallbladder contains bile juice released by the liver. So bile juice by liver acts on fats and this bile juice convert that fats into small globule forms. So fats are digested by this bile juice into small globule forms. So that process is called as emulsification. So emulsification happened in the small intestine. Villi. The absorbing area, the digested material in the small intestine the internal wall surface the internal wall surface, we can observe the finger-like projections. Finger-like projections that means if we notice the small intestine, this is the small intestine, the inner layer, these are finger-like projections called villi. So these are villi, finger-like projections in the internal layer or in the small intestine. It's increase the absorbing surface of the small intestine. So it increases the absorbing area by the formation of finger-like projections, villi. So villi have the very important role. All the digested material absorbed by these finger-like projections into the bloodstream. Defecation. Defecation. The discharge of the undigested material. The discharge of undigested substances. The passage of undigested substances from the body through the anus is called as defecation, the feces. So the feces discharge from the body, so it's called through the anus, it's called as defecation. Vomiting. Vomiting, the unwanted or harmful substances in the food pipe or stomach. The body vomits the harmful or unwanted material by the reverse peristaltic movements. Reverse peristaltic movements. So the body can remove by the peristaltic movements, reverse peristaltic movements, the unwanted or harmful substances from the stomach. So it's called as vomiting. So we learned about the peristaltic movements, that means wave-like movements in the food pipe or esophagus and in the stomach, and also in the digestive duct. And pepsin is an enzyme. It acts on proteins and converted into small molecules. Chyme, the digested material in the stomach, the stage, it seems semi-fluid stage. The digested material in the stomach is semi-fluid. So that is called as chyme. Pyloric sphincters, ring-like structures between the stomach and the small intestine at the duodenum. These are ring-like muscles. They controls the passage of the chyme into the duodenum or small intestine. So it regulates. And the another one is emulsification. Succus entericus. The internal walls of the small intestine secrete the digestive juice is called as succus entericus. Emulsification. Emulsification means the fats are converted into small globule forms by the bile juice secreted by the liver. Defecation. The next one is villi. The internal layer of the small intestine forms finger-like projections to increase the absorbing area of the digested material into the bloodstream. So it increases the area of absorption of the digested material. So it's called villi. Finger-like projections are called villi. These are defecation. The discharge of the feces and the undigested substances through the anus from the body is called defecation. Vomiting. Vomiting means the unwanted material substances or harmful substances to the body. The stomach removes by the reverse peristaltic movements to repel the unwanted or harmful substances from the body by the reverse peristaltic movements. So we learn these concepts and terms. All of you, ప్రతి విద్యార్థి చదువుతున్న విద్యార్థికి చదవడానికి సెలవు ఎప్పుడు ఉండకూడదు. నిరంతరము చదివే విద్యార్థి తప్పనిసరిగా తన జీవితంలో సక్సెస్ సాధిస్తాడు. చదువుకి ఎప్పుడు సెలవు ఇవ్వకు. ప్రతిరోజు చదువు. నీవు జీవితంలో ఎదిగావు. బి కాన్ఫిడెంట్. శ్రమపడు. అనుకున్నది నీ ఆశయాన్ని సాధించు. గుడ్ లక్. God bless you.